waste plant, the feeding, the pyrolysis, and the slagging are all running continuously. And about nearly 45 to 60 days, we worked and without stop. So we need to feed the material. We can't feed the material just by the whole tire. We need to have some process to process it into the rubber powder. So in order to ensure the continuous supply of the raw material to the reactor, the raw material should be shredded so it can feed into the feeding system. Welcome. And it should be processed into the rubber powder because the waste tire contains the steel wire. And yes, we have the steel wire, we have the carbon black and the oil from the waste tire. And it have the steel wire indeed. So if we just put it into the reactor, it will have a block inside to the slagging system. And you need to separate the steel wire and to the tire, and you have to process it into the rubber powder. And at the beginning of this video, you can see that this is a whole tire, the tire, and later it will become into the rubber powder. You can have a wait, and I will introduce you about this video and how the pyrolysis equipment work and how the waste tire magically become the oil. You can have a wait, or if you have any questions, you can ask me in the comment places. Or if you want to know more about the details or the prices or the profit you can get, you can just leave your WhatsApp number, your telephone number, or your email in the comment places, or you can talk with me privately. I will contact with you with the customer's manager, and she will have you an introduction about all you want to know. The rubber powder needs to be 16 to 18 mesh. Any questions you want to know, just ask me. We have the batch type pyrolysis plant and the focally continuous pyrolysis plant and semi-continuous pyrolysis plant. And just for the batch type pyrolysis plant, we have the capacity of 10 tons, 12 tons, and 15 tons. And for the full continuous pyrolysis plant, we have the capacity of 30, 40, 50, and 60 tons. So it can process more tires or plastic. This is one of its advantage of the fully continuous. And it can work for 45 to 60 days without stop. But the batch type pyrolysis plant, as the name calls, it had to stop to cool down the reactor and to discharge the carbon black. So it only just like maybe 7 to 9 hours to cool down and to slag the carbon black. It is time wasting, but for the fully continuous pyrolysis plant, you don't need to cool down the reactor. You can slag the carbon black at a very high heat. So later I will introduce you how to discharge carbon black and why it can run 45 days and without stop, and what the other advantage of the fully continuous pyrolysis plant have. So you can have a wait, or if you know a little or know something about this project, you can communicate with me your questions or something you want to know. Just ask me. We are the Chinese company in China, in the Henan province. On the one of the our followers asked that the oil yield of the with tire. Well, the oil yield is from 45 to 42 to 45. This is the oil yield of tires, the with tires. And if you are interested in the plastic or you have the material of plastic, it can be 90%. If you have the pure ones, the pure PPPPS, the yield may reach to 90%. And it's all up to your material. If you have some mixed material, just like maybe the paper mill waste, if you have the dry material, it may up to 60%, and the wet ones may reach to 20%. This is oil yield. And as the what's the oil, the pyrolysis oil can done? Well, it is the flue oil. You can use it as the heating energy in the cement places, the cement factory, the glass factory, the brick factories, or some heavy machine, the generations. It all can use it in its places. And today we are going to have an introduction of the waste tire pyrolysis plant site. This is the one of the process site, operation site of our domestic customers in China. And if you're interested in it, you can have a visit. You're so welcome to have a visit. You can firstly leave your contact information in the common places or the private communication. Then you can have our customers, our manager or our customer manager will contact with you immediately to have this detail. And this is the operation. We can watch it in the beginning of this video. Okay, and this is the whole tire. We need to process it into the rubber powder. It has the steel wire in it, and we can get the tire to the oil and the carbon black and the waste steel wire. And the carbon black is the material and the raw material of the rubber or the paint, so you can sell it at a profit. And this is the crunking machine. You can cut it into the small pieces. After cutting into the small pieces, it will store into the material warehouse. And look, this is the workers that are working. This is the warehouse. The pieces, the small pieces will temporarily stand here. Under the warehouse, it is the input device, and we have the belt to transport the rubber powder into this equipment. This is the input belt. You can see that. The rubber powder will pass through the input belt and to the, this is not the rubber powder now, sorry, and this is the rubber block. Yeah, it's the small pieces, the rubber block will pass through the input belt to the rubber powder processing equipment. And this is the rubber powder processing equipment. And this, it is a recycle belt. Welcome, and you can see that there also still have some steel wire, some little steel wire in it, and some rubber powder and steel wire. This is a double line equipment, and this is one line, and next here is another line. Welcome you. And now, it is the rubber powder itself. And this is the vibrating machine to vibrate the steel wire out of the powder. And now it will through the air transportation system to transport it into a large warehouse. And later you can see the warehouse. It is steel treatment. It is a steel treatment because we have it's due to the dusty nature of the powder. Now this is the warehouse of the rubber powder, and the produced powder will pass through the lower discharging scraper. And now this is a scraper, and this is an elevator to convey it into the high places. It is still sealed. It's underground. The underground air transportation system and the scraper, the elevator. To transport it into the pyrolysis plant. And this is the scraper. Above is the conveyor to cross the road of the workplaces. And this is a pyrolysis plant. Welcome our friends from all over the world. And this is 30 tons of rubber powder per day. We can process 30 tons. This is a double line and double lined equipment. So about this customer, you can process 60 tons each day. And this John asked the capacity. Welcome, Boss John. I've seen you before. Welcome again. And our fully continuous system adopts the sealed and anti-leakage structure. You can see that it's sealed and it's without the leakage. And the rubber powder will transfer it by the discharging scraper into the reactor. This is a fully continuous pyrolysis plant, and it can work for 45 to 60 days. And the reactor is 28 meters. This is the heating system. We can just use, this customer used the natural gas, and you can use the flue for 8 hours, and about the other days you can just use the tail gas for the heating energy. So it is very material limited. Inside the pyrolysis reactor, it is the spiral plate used to convey the raw material with the rotating of the reactor. And the material will uniformly distributed on the reactor inner surface. And this is the outlet of the reactor. This is the discharging system to discharge carbon black. You don't need to cool down the reactor and the carbon black. It can discharge it into a very high temperature. And about this discharging conveyor, it have the cooling system outside to cool down the carbon black. So it can have the natural temperature to have a backpack, to backpack it and for sale immediately. And this is a cooling system. And this is a buffer tank and the condenser. Let's continue. And this is the oil tank. The oil will temporarily stay here. And you can see the oil. Yes, just as our comment say, we are the 50 tons continuous pyrolysis machine, and we can process 15 tons of tire. And just as I say, about the 30 ton is the rubber powder. We can process 50 tons of waste tire and about 30 tons of the rubber powder. We need to have a produced to transport the tire to the rubber powder. at first. And this is the buffer tank. The oil gas will get out the outlet and get to the buffer tank first, and it have two purpose. The first one is to slow down the speed of the gas, and the next one is to settle the carbon black. And now this is a carbon black workshop. You can see that the backpack, it can pack it directly without cooling down. This is a carbon black. You can sell it. It is a raw material of the rubber or the paint, or you can use it as the heating energy to. It's just like the coal. It is reached to the carbon black. It's reached to nearly 7,000 kcal. It have the very good energy used. And this is the purification system about the gas, the waste gas purification system. And different regions have different environmental standard. So we have different kinds of equipment. It can reach to your requirements, to reach to your government's standard. And this is the burning system. It can burn the tail gas. Some boss will say that I can store the tail gas as a heating energy, but it have some the safety problems. So our suggestion is to just burn it directly. And this is the oil tank. The oil will pumped from the pyrolysis workshop to here. And this is a cooling water, and this is a cooling down system to cool the water, and we pumped into the cooling system the condensed system capacity. Yeah, the boss asked again about the capacity. We have the 30 tons, 40 tons, and 50 tons of the capacity of the fully continuous pyrolysis plant. And the batch type pyrolysis plant, we have the capacity of 10, 12, and 15 tons. Hi. If you have any questions, you can ask in the comment places. Oh, this boss asked about the prices of this full continuous pyrolysis plant. Well, it's not suitable to quote in the live broadcast, so you can just leave your number, your WhatsApp number, or your email or your telephone number in the comment places, and our manager. Our sales manager will contact you and provide you a detailed quotation. Okay? Well, as you can see, the different configurations of the of the plant is different, and the equipment is the complete line. For example, whether you take the crushing equipment or the what purification system you take, or you just only buy the reactor, the price is different. So you can just leave your number to the places to have a detailed quotation. This is the fully continuous pyrolysis plant, and if you wanted to know more about the another equipment, I can have an introduction for you. This is the 3D video of the batch type waste type pyrolysis plant. This is a carbon black carbon black workhouse. And this is the 6-line batch type pyrolysis plant. Each of it is the capacity of 15 tons. If you have any questions, just ask on the comment places, and welcome you from all over the world. We are the Doing Company in China. And this is the reactor. And the gas will firstly run to the buffer chamber. This is to slow down the speed of the oil gas and to settle the carbon black. And this is the condense system. We have 4 steps of the condense system and totally 7 condensers. This is the first step. We have 4 tubes. And outside is a cooling water. And the oil will temporarily stay here. Are you a manufacturer? Yes, we are the manufacturer. We have our own factory in China, Henan province, and all the equipment we have is produced in our own factory. So you are welcomed to visit here to have a visit our factory and our company. Just the video we have shown before, the factory, all the equipment we make ourselves. And this is the this is the oil gas separator. Wait a minute, this is oil gas separator. It has three purposes. The first is to prevent the oil gas return to the reactor. It is the safety system, and it can clean the oil gas and to cool down the gas, to condense the gas to oil. And this is it have the largest condensing area and have the best condensing effect to condense the most condensed oil. And now this is another two condensers. And now this is the patent equipment of our company. You can just only find this equipment in our company. It is an odor removal system. To remove the to remove the bad smell, like the NO smell, the SO smell. If you burn it directly, it have the bad smell. So we can't remove these things. Then the tail gas can return to the reactor at the heat energy. You can save your money, save your heating money about this project. And this is the flue gas purification system to purify the flue gas to be emitted. And as we all know, the different regions have different standards about this flue gas emitted. And we have different kinds of equipment, and all can reach to your requirements. And the next is the burning chamber. In case some tail gas are not being used, we set this burning chamber to burn the tail gas. Because if we stored it, some bosses will say that we can store it to sell it, but it will have some safety problems. So our advice is to just burn it, because we have much more tail gas. This is a reactor of cooling system. And after cooling down the reactor, we can discharge the carbon black. And this is a side slagging. You can discharge twice, each rotation. So you can save the slagging time. And the slagging is carried out in a sealed environment. So it don't have the pollution in the workshop. And the carbon black will transport by the air transportation system to the carbon black workshop. Welcome. If you have any questions, you can just ask me, or you can leave your WhatsApp number, your email, your telephone number. So our customer manager will contact with you immediately to give you the quotation or the details of our manufacturing. And this is to the process of the carbon black. And this step is to pull the steel wire out of the reactor. You can do this by the machine we product, or just by the forklift. This project just takes a few minutes. And first, finally, the oil in the tank is pumped into the larger tank. And the oil can use that flue oil in the glass factory, bricks factory, or the cement factories. At the heating energy, it have the high heating its value can reach to 10,000 kcal each kilogram. This is a batch type. So if you have any questions about the batch type or the fully continuous pyrolysis plant, you can just ask me. And for you can see that we have 6 lines of the batch type, and each type can have the 30 kilometers. So the 6 line may need 1,080 kilometers. This is the batch type, and if you wanted to see the fully continue, you can just wait a minute. This is a fully continue pyrolysis machine production line. You can see it's more longer. The reactor is more longer than the batch type because the capacity is different. We can process 50 tons, not 15. Batch type is 15, and full continuous 50 tons per day. Just as I said before, we have to process it into the rubber powder. The bus said we can collect the waste tire. For example, the repair shop or the waste material purpose stations or the car maintenance center. All this place you can have the waste tire, and we also have some resources about the waste tire, so you can leave your contact informations, and later we can introduce you of the regions of the region's tire sellers, because we have the customers from all over the world, from China and from different countries, different cities, and from Asia, from Europe, and we have many customers from Africa. We have a branch company in Africa, in Nigeria. And this asks, do you treat the tail gas together? Well, the tail gas we treat it in by the system of the odor removal system, and then the tail gas we can return to the reactor as the heating energy to save the fuel and the money. Or if you have some, we have much more tail gas, you can just burn it at the burning chamber. We have a burning chamber. Welcome you from all over the world. We are the Chinese company, and our topic today is the pyrolysis plant project site. Project site. Any questions you have, you can just ask me in the comment places. And well, our live stream will end in 15 minutes. So if you want to know more about the prices or about the details of the production line, just leave your WhatsApp number or your email, telephone number, or any other information we can contact with you in the comment places or privately talk with us. Our manager will contact with you immediately. And this is the odor, just as I say before, this is the odor removal system. About the prices, someone asked the prices. Well, you can see that whether you take the crushing equipment or what the removal system, the odor purification system you use, it's different about the prices. So if you want to know the quotation, you can just leave your number and our manager will give you a quotation list about the detail, because it's not suitable to say the prices in a live show, you know. And this is a fully continue. About the capacity, some boss ask the capacity. We have just like this. It's the fully continue pyrolysis plant. We have the capacity from 30 tons to 50 tons. And our device is to have the 50 tons. And you can process 50 tons of the rubber powder. And it means you can reduce nearly 70 tons tire, the whole tire each day. Oh, something wrong about the website. Wait a minute. Oh, well, this live show we just the 3D video we just showed you. If you have any questions, just ask me, okay? Oh, something wrong about the website. Hello, can you hear me now? Can you see the screen now? We are in China. We are the Chinese company in the central China of Henan province. Okay. I can share with you some of the video of our customers from all over the world. And this is from the South America, in Brazil, in Chile, Colombia. You can see that the batch type pyrolysis plants can produce the whole tire. They just put it into the reactor. Most of the customers in South America, they have is the batch type pyrolysis plant, or the small ones. Maybe the reach to 100 kilogram, this, or to 500 kilogram, 500 kilogram. To have experiment, it's not for profit. It's for some data, some experiment. Some college may need this capacity, a small capacity. This is the South America, and you can see the customers in Europe. It's all our own factory, it's our own equipment. We have our own factory of nearly 40,000 kilometers. And this is a purification system the reactor. You can see it's very beautiful. You can have a color, whatever you want. Italy. This is Italy in Europe, Poland in Europe. Look, this is a cooling down system. The condensers, there are many condensers. And this is the discharging system. The oil tank. These are oil tank. The reactor of the bed type of 15 tons capacity. And this is the feed doors, and this is outlet. The cooling system have 7 condensers, and the feed doors is 1.4 meters, so you can just put the whole tire in it. This is the small ones of 500 kilogram. It's all just for some experiments, or you need some data. The oil yield. And about the oil yield, we just say the tire, the waste tire, you can have an oil yield for nearly 42 to 45%. And if your raw material is PEPS, the plastic, if your material is very pure, you can have the oil yield to 90%. Russia. Our Russia customers, one of the Russia customers, have a fully continuous pyrolysis plant. And the fully continuous pyrolysis plant is a new equipment. Most of the customers may have the batch type, because the fully continuous have the much more capacity. It can process more raw material each day, and it is more environmental protection. It has the sealed technology, so there's no some carbon black, the dust or the gas to release, have the leakage from the reactor. And we have fewer workers. We need fewer workers in a fully continuous pyrolysis plant. For example, 50 tons of the fully continuous, we just need 3 workers. And about the batch type, we also need 3 workers of 15 tons. So you can say if you have a 4 line of the batch type, you nearly need almost 10 workers. So it's the difference of the labors is very large. Yes, this is the Europe customers. So you can say in common places about where you're from, where your project will have. You can just speak in the common places. This is the sorry, we have shown this before. North America. No. And this is a customer from Mexico. We have our customers all over the world. Nearly 120 countries have our own project. So if you're interested, you can just leave your WhatsApp number, WhatsApp, email, telephone, or other information. You can contact with me, contact with us. So our customers manager will contact with you immediately. And our live stream will end in 3 minutes. So any questions you can ask now or leave your information to have a further contact. This is Mexico in North America, and we have our customers in America. There are many. America will have the small capacity of 500 tons, 500 kilogram. Like this, the small capacity, you can refine. You can, if you wanted to, don't want to have the flue oil, you can have further refined it into diesel, and can be used at the heavy agricultural machinery, because just like in America, like this, they may have a large use of the heavy agricultural machinery. There are many farms. Many farmers will buy this equipment from us. Or the diesel can also use at the ferry boat, the steamship, the mine factory, mine machinery. Or you can see about the customers. And also we have our customers from the Australia and New Zealand. This is Australia. And if you have no more questions, our live stream will have an end. And today we just have an introduction of the project site. And thank you for your watching. You're so welcome to contact with us about the detailed. And thank you for watching. Have a nice day. Thank you. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Goodbye.